Hello everyone. Today we're going to look at the 10 most expensive cities in the world. This is based off the Mercer Cost of Living Survey conducted in 2020. Mercer is an American human resources and asset management firm, and they have been conducting this survey annually for the last few years. This survey compares the cost of living of over 200 items, including housing, transportation, food, clothing, and entertainment. It used New York City to measure the base price and compared all the other cities against it. Without further ado, let's work our way up the ranking. Coming in, the 10th and 7th most expensive cities in the world are both in China, Beijing and Shanghai. Beijing is the second largest city in China with a lot of people. The cost for space comes at a premium, and both cities have experienced tremendous growth over the last few years, which has resulted in an increased cost of living. Moving on, I'm going to skip the 9th and 8th cities and get back to them later in the show, but you'll find out more about them soon enough. The 6th most expensive city is the Big Apple. New York City is known for its wealthy residents and booming job market. Moving up from 9th place last year, a recent study found that if you earned the median wage, you would need to work more than 76 hours a week just to live comfortably. It's also not common to be shelling out millions just to live in the basement. In the world's only city with more than 100 billionaires, you better be prepared to spend some serious cash. Halfway up the ranking at number 5 is the city-state of Singapore. It's known for its crazy rich Asian lifestyle and is one of the world's greenest cities. It is very expensive to own a car in Singapore, with the typical cost of a Volkswagen Golf being 110,000 Singapore dollars. That's 83,000 US dollars. Now we reach the 9th, 8th, and 4th most expensive cities: Geneva, Bern, and Zurich. I have grouped them together as they are all from Switzerland. Switzerland is one of the highest qualities of life, but this comes with a large cost. The majority of Swiss residents do not own their own property. As a result, the rental market is quite competitive. This, with the high cost of daily goods, makes Switzerland an expensive place to live. The third most expensive city in the world is the Japanese capital of Tokyo. It is known to have one of the hottest housing markets in the world, with the spaces being very small and the rent being very large. An average one-room apartment can cost around 100,000 yen or 900 US dollars per month. Now, this may not seem that bad, but the space you get for it is quite disappointing. Number 2 on the ranking is the Turkmenistan capital of Ashgabat. Now, this may come as a surprise to most people, but for those who are aware of the Turkmenistan economic situation, might have seen this coming. Interestingly, Ashgabat was actually ranked 111 2 years ago and rose a staggering 110 places last year. Finally, according to the 2020 Mercer ranking, the most expensive city in the world is Hong Kong. Rent in Hong Kong is very expensive. A typical one-bedroom flat costs around 17,000 Hong Kong dollars, or about 2,100 US dollars. That's 41% higher than the North American city of Toronto, which has a bad reputation for housing costs. Hong Kong also has the most expensive cost for oil, making it expensive to afford and operate a car. Fortunately, the public transport system is so good that a car is often not needed. If you want to live in Hong Kong and follow a Western lifestyle, you will need to be making some serious cash. When looking at this survey, the general trend this year was that the United States cities had climbed in the rankings. This was mainly due to the current strength of the US dollar. This is also the reason why some of the European cities were pushed down this year. I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to like and let me know what you would like to see next in the comments.